Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's lovely to have you, and today I'll be doing a bit of a recap on Inktober 2020. Inktober is the time of year when I draw every day for about a week straight and then I give up. I believe it was 2018 when I did the full 31 days, and I was quite proud of myself. And then came 2019, which was my second year doing the challenge, and I did it every couple of days, and this year I did it consistently for about a week or two, and then I didn't. In previous years, I've done Inktober using a dip pen and liquid ink. However, this year I went for fine liners and just applying ink washes when I needed shading with a brush. This is because over the years the nibs got a bit damaged and it was hard to get the quality of line I wanted to get with them. So for the first day of Inktober, I did a jellyfish ballet dancer. I mostly stuck to the original concept. I did play around a bit with having kind of like an overall dress instead of a poncho, and also of having a poncho combined with a skirt, but the end result is the one where she is wearing the original outfit. I tried giving her a different facial structure, but I didn't like it because it looked too similar to what I usually draw. I used the idea of the jellyfish tentacles to design her hair tie and also later her ballet slippers. Overall, this is probably one of my favorite Inktober pieces for this year. On the second day, I tried using a thicker paper, so this is on watercolor paper instead of mixed media, and it's a Will-O-the-Wisp character. Originally, I planned on having her hat be the wisp part and just glow instead of a lantern, but the end result was her holding a lantern. And I do like the end result. I like the little signs, just playing with the theme of her confusing people as they walk by. I will note that I tried diluting the ink with rubbing alcohol instead of water, which is what I usually do, and the result was questionable. It turned streaky and it didn't get the flat coat I was expecting, so I had to go over one more time and just lay it on real thick, and that's especially visible on her skirt. So I started off following the prompts as much as I could, but on the third day I wasn't feeling it, and so I did a witch holding a pumpkin, which is just the most basic October-y themed picture I could think of, and I don't know, it's not my favorite. On the fourth day I did a 60s style girl sitting on top of a vintage radio with a little lightning bolt in the background. I do quite like this one. It was fun, and I tried out putting down pencil shading under the ink, so in some parts, especially on her dress, you can see the layer of pencil crayon shading under the ink shading. On the fifth day, I just have a medieval girl holding a sword, a glowing sword, kinda King Arthur themed. There's a bit of splatter on this one because I was filming myself drawing it and then my paintbrush hit the side of the tripod and it went everywhere. Kind of gives a cool effect though. For day 6, I did this one again on watercolor paper, and it's of a princess with a mouse on her shoulder. It's very flowy, so this was the style of inking I chose to try out for day 6. And now comes my favorite piece of this year probably. It's for day 7, I drew this 1920s gentleman. He has a cane, he has a suit, he's super cool, and yeah, I just really like it. I drew something similar a few years back. I don't remember if it's last year or the year before for October, but this is definitely my favorite one. Day 8, I just had a Victorian vampire carrying a stack of books. Don't remember putting too much effort into this one, but I do like the character and I might draw her again. On both day 9 and 10, I worked on one piece, which is of a girl and her dog sitting on a bench in the mountains watching a sunset or something. I don't draw dogs usually, so this was a bit of a learning experience. Kind of looks like a cat, but we're just gonna have to suspend disbelief. On day 10, I also did this little sketch of, it's very inside my comfort zone, just the bust of a girl and some spooky stuff around her. This is from the Drawtober prompts, which I like a lot more than the Inktober prompts, even though I don't usually follow prompts. It's kind of nice to just look back on something to reference while I'm drawing. But yeah, I did this one pretty quick, and I like how it turned out. For day 11, my creativity, I feel like, was kind of wavering, so I just inked an old piece I did a few weeks back. I did color it, but I did not like how the coloring turned out, so I did not post the colored version. The next time I posted was on the 14th of October, and it's just a sketch of a girl watching a bee. I am thinking of still inking this one. I started doing it, I haven't finished yet. And on the 19th, I have a couple of small studies I did of a photo. 2 days later, for the 19th, I did another photo study, which was of a picture of Rachel Maxey, and you should definitely check her out. This is also another one of my favorites. I'm recording this on the 26th, and at this point I don't feel like my drawings can be classified as Inktober anymore, so I'll endeavor to post a couple of more times, but as far as Inktober goes, this is it. Thank you for watching, and have a fantastic day. Stardust out.